Hi guys, today in this video we are going to create a to-do app using Node, Express, MongoDB and React. So let's see how this is. We can add to-do like buy cake. We can add, we can delete as well as we can modify. Buy 4 cake. Update. So this is what we are going to create today. So let's get started. We will create a new folder to do-app, and inside here I am going to open CMD. I will write npm init. Okay. Entry point server.js. Now we will open VS Code. And inside VS Code I will open terminal. And I will write npm init npm I express. We need express. We need cors, mongoose and .env. These dependency we need. And now we will go in the folder and open CMD again. And inside this folder I am going to create React app. So I will write npx create React app and we are going to call it client. This will create React app inside the Node project folder and it's starting. The very first thing which we are going to do is create a env file. So I will write .env and inside env we are going to paste our Mongo URL, which is this one, and then I will go and create server.js. And inside server.js we will write const express equals to require express and we need mongoose const mongoose equals to require mongoose and we will require our env require .env and we will call .config. This is it for the env file. And then we will require cors const cors equals to require cors. Const app equals to express app.listen to port 5000 port 5000 and I will going to connect our mongoose here. So I will just do this. Mongoose is connected and now we are going to test it if it's working. Npm start. Yes, this is working fine. Terminate this. App.use express.json and app.use cors. Now we will go and create a to-do model. For that I am going to create a model folder, models, and inside this model I am going to create to-do model.js, and we will require mongoose const mongoose equals to require mongoose. Now we will say const to do schema equals to new mongoose dot schema, and in here we will write our property, which is this text, and type string required true. And now we will go and create a route folder for our routes. So in routes I will go and create, delete this one. Outside of this model we are going to create route, and inside route I am going to create to do route. To do routes.js, and we'll use const, we will extract router from express. Router equals to require express. Now we will say const router equals to router. Now we will say router dot get, we will create a endpoint get to do for getting all our to dos, and this will call a function which is get to do. Now I'm going to create a folder called controller. So I'm going to create controllers, and inside controller we are going to create to do controller.js, and we will require our model to do model equals to require dot slash models slash to do model, and we will do module dot export dot get to do equals to async and we will have request and response, and we will do const to do equals to await to do model dot find res dot send to do. Okay, this should get, we should get to do's by this. Same like that I'm going to create a function for saving to do. So I will copy this here and I will say save to do, and for saving the to do we will get the text from the response. So we will destructure text from request dot body, and we will do to do model dot create we will do text dot then res dot set status res dot set 201, and then we will send added successfully to the front end. Okay, and then we will catch if there's any error. We will create a function for deleting now. So module dot export delete to do, request and we will get const destructure id, this time id from request dot body, and we will say to do model dot find by id and update. We will give id, find by id and delete, sorry, we will give id and then again we will do this. We will say deleted successfully this time, and now we will do one for update. So I will copy this and say update to do. In update to do we will extract id as well as text from request dot body, and we will do update. Update by id, and we will provide the text which needs to be updated, and we will write updated successfully. So this is all for the controller, and from controller we are going to get this. We are going to do const get to do equals to require we will extract, we will get from our controller slash to do controller. Same like that we will extract save to do as well as delete to do and update to do, and we will create route using router dot post save dash to do, and I will call save to do from here. And we will do for delete router dot post delete to do, and we will call delete to do, and we will say router dot post update to do, and we will do update to do, and finally we will do module dot export equals to router. We will export this router, and now we will go back in server.js, and in server.js we will require our router. So I will create it here, const router equals to require routes slash to do routes, and we will say app.use router. We will name it routes instead of router, routes and routes here. Okay, this is it, our backend is done, and now we are going to go inside the create react app, and we are going to make our front end, and then we will attach front end and backend. Now we will go in react app and open src, and inside src we will go in app.js. In app.js we will remove unnecessary stuffs. We don't need any import. In app.css we will remove everything. In app.js we will take a container, and in app.js we are going to run it first. So I will go inside client folder and open cmd, and I will say npm start. It will open a live server for us. Okay, so here our empty react app. I will resize it, and I will resize the VS Code as well. Now inside here we will take a container, inside this we will take h1 to do app, then we will take dot top, and inside top I will take an input text. We will write a placeholder, write something, and then we will bind our input. So for that we need to use a state, and for that I'm going to import use state. So import use from react, use state. we will take const text set text equals to use state blank. Now we will go inside the input, and in value I will say text, and on change equals to event dot target set text dot target dot value. Okay, we have binded our input. Now we will go and take add button. So I'll take dot add. Outside this top we are going to take list. List will contain items, so we are going to create a component called item. So I will go and inside src create a folder called component, and inside here I will create item.js, and in item we will do we will create a functional component. So I will do something like this. Then in item we will take a class dot item, give it a class item, and we will take a div text, and then we will take another div called icons, and inside icons we are going to put two icons from remix icon. So I will go and open remix icon. I will go to get started page, and copy this one, and I will go back in React inside public, inside index, and I will paste it inside head. That's done. Close this. Now we will go and search for icon. First icon is pencil. I will go and take this one. I will copy here a change class to class name, and we will need an icon for delete. I will take this one, and again change the class name. Okay, this is it. I will write buy coffee. Buy coffee. And now I will go back in app.js. Inside list we are going to render our item, so we need to import item first. So I will write import item from components slash item. This is it. Now we will do item, and this is our first item. Now we are going to style our elements. So we will go in app.css, and first thing which we are going to do, we will take our container and say max width 600 pixel, margin auto. This is it for the container. And we will take our input and now we will take our item and we will take icons position absolute top 50%, translate y minus 50%, right 10 pixel, display flex gap 0.5 rem, and finally we will take our icon and set cursor pointer. This is it for the styling. Now we will go back in app.js, and inside here what we are going to do is we are going to use effect. We are going to call use effect. So I will import use effect, and in here we are going to take a state for our to do. So I will take const to do set to do equals to const to do set to do equals to use state. Inside use effect we are going to need a library called XCS. So I will install this library now. npmi XCS. Sorry, we need to do cd client first. Cd client npmi XCS. Now this is going to install the XCS in React and not in Node. Okay, we have XCS now. We can use import XCS access from access, and we will do access dot get, and we provide the URL which is http localhost colon 5000 slash get to do dot then log rest dot data. If we have error, then catch log error. If we reload this page, we should see the data. So let's reload, and no data is coming. So we should see what is going on wrong here. So in here it says to do dot model dot find is not a function. Okay, so we need to go back in node and see what is going on here. In to do controller, we have this find here, and I think it is all right, nothing wrong in here. Okay, let's go in to do model, and in to do model we forget to export the to do. So for that I will write module dot export equals to mongoose dot model to do schema. It should work now. Let's try to reload the page, and now we have this data. Now we are going to render this data in the list. So for that we will go back in React app, in item.js we will pass some props. We will have these props: text, remove, and update. Text will go here, text, and on pencil click we will call update, on click we will call update, and on button click we will call remove. Now we will go in app.js, and in here we will do, instead of logging the data, I will set the data in set to do res.data. Now we will go back, and in here we will use map. We will do to do dot map, and inside map we will have item, and for each item we will print item and for key we will pass item dot underscore id, and for text we will do item dot text, and for remove we will do delete to do. And we will pass item dot id, and for for update we will do update to do, and we will pass item underscore id as well as item underscore text. This will be a arrow function as well. Okay, we will write it this way so that you guys can see clearly what is going on here. This is how we are. Now we need to define the delete to do and update to do function. So we will do const delete to do, and this will take an id. For now I'm going to just do a blank function. Const update to do equals to id as well as text, and we will go down and just a angular bracket missing here, which is giving the error. Delete this line, we are not importing anything from to do controller. Okay, this is working right now. It's fetching the data from our database. Okay, now we will define our delete function. First of all, we are going to add the add function. So for add function we will do const add update, add or update function. We will take a state for to know if we are updating or if we are adding new to do. So I will take is updating, we will check inside this function if is updating equals to blank, then it means we are not updating the data, we are saving a new data. So xcs dot post We will copy this line, host save to do, and we will pass text. Console log. Log and then set to do, set text to blank. This is it. Now we are going to go in add function. We will define on click, add update. Now this should update the to do. This is a test. Try to add. Now this is updated here. As we can see, this is a test. Now we can remove this item. We don't need this anymore. Now update function is working. Now we are going to add function is working. Now we are going to make the update function work. For update function we will do same. I will just copy paste, and for in this case we will pass id as well. Is updating, and then we will do set is updating, set updating to blank. This is it we will do for update, and now we will define the update function. Update to do. So we will do set updating equals to underscore id, set text equals to text. This is it. This should work now. Let's try. Click, and this is okay. Updated, and click again, and it's not going to work. Okay, now we need to somehow know that we are updating, and then change the text of the update button. So we will come here and we will say is updating. If it is the case, then we will write update, otherwise we will write add. And now if we will click this, then this is showing update, and this is a update. Now click again. Something is going wrong. Let me check out what is going on here. We have a typo somewhere. Is updating is not a function. Is updating is not a function. At line number 58, we will check on line 58 what is going on here. We will do again. It's saying failed at the back end. Double check the route. Route is update to do. Oh, we have a slash missing here. Now if we will refresh this page and take this and try update and click, then error again, internal server error, something is going on, ID is not defined. Okay, so it's expecting an ID, so we will go and check out what is going on. Underscore ID. Okay, this should be underscore ID. Okay, now this should work. Now try to hit update and updated successfully. So the update function is working. Now we will go and create the delete function. So again in app.js we will go and copy this. For delete we will go to delete to do, and we will give it an ID. As ID, no text, nothing here. Now this should work. Now let's try and see. If I click this dustbin over here, then again failed, internal server error. Let's check the node, ID is not defined. Again same mistake. To do controller, this will be underscore ID. Now if we will do delete, then it's deleting by cake. We can add, we can delete, we can modify. So this is all for this video guys. Hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you in the next one.